Hi guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, I want to talk about Isshiki, Otsutsuki, and konoha. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to talk about in this discussion. The first one being the purpose of Isshiki in konoha. The second one is will there be a war between konoha and Isshiki Otsutsuki or not? So I think maybe I'll just stick to these two because I think this will be the main points throughout the conversation or throughout the discussion. Now, to be honest, I think that Isshiki arriving at Konoha has one purpose only, and that purpose is to retrieve Kawaki and leave Konoha in peace. So with that said, I think that Isshiki is going to concentrate on finding Kawaki and retrieving Kawaki from the Hokage's office. But knowing how Naruto and Sasuke are going to respond to that, and they're going to try and protect Kawaki even if it costs their life. And I think from that moment, that's when the battle will begin. I'm not seeing a similar situation from the pain arc in Naruto Shippuden occurring in this instance, simply because I think the purpose of the two are different, and given the purpose is almost similar because Pain wanted to take Naruto. In this case, Isshiki wants to take Kawaki so that he can put the karma seal or the karma mark in Kawaki so that he's going to be able to revive himself in the near future, because Jigen's body is not going to last long. Now let's look at the difference between Pain and Isshiki. The picture that was displayed in chapter 48 it resembles that of Pain in Naruto Shippuden when he also arrived in Konoha. So, but now the conditions of the two are very different, because now Pain was stronger and there was no sign that Pain was going to die in the next few days. And even in his battle against Konoha, he was not holding back because he was at full power. That's what I'm trying to say. He was at full power. Whereas in Isshiki Otsutsuki is not going to be at full power, and he knows that if he uses too much chakra while he is in that form, it could easily end for him. So, and I think he's smart enough to realize that confronting those guys in battle will deteriorate the body much faster than the estimated time, which is two to 3 days the body could last. And I think that engaging in battles could deteriorate the body to maybe a few hours or a day. So with that said, I think that Isshiki's approach is not going to be a fighting approach, and I think he's going to try to steal Kawaki and run away. And I think the tactics that can be used to do such a thing is to separate Hokage Naruto from Sasuke. Now, separating Hokage Naruto from Sasuke it's by sending Naruto to a different dimension from where time doesn't move, and he's got a dimension where time doesn't move, and nobody knows about that dimension. And I think I'm assuming that nobody knows the coordinates of that dimension, but only he knows about the coordinate of that dimension. Similar to, again, I'm going to compare this to Obito Uchiha, where Obito's dimension was his own dimension, which he created, and only he knew about it until maybe Kakashi was also able to enter into that dimension using the Kamui Mangekyo Sharingan abilities that he had as well. So I think here we are having a similar thing where Isshiki has a dimension, and in that dimension, if Naruto is sent to that dimension, there is no way for him to get back to Konoha. There's no way for him to exit that dimension, and I think this is some of the things that might occur. I think Hokage Naruto might be sent to that dimension, but sending Uchiha Sasuke to that dimension would prove to be useless, because Sasuke is able to teleport from any dimension into another dimension or into another space. So sending Sasuke away wouldn't work, and sending Naruto away would work, and Naruto would be kept within that dimension. And if Naruto is kept within that dimension, it would be easy for Isshiki to deal with Sasuke, who's present in Konoha. And I think that's how Isshiki can retrieve Kawaki so easily. He can take Kawaki and move into another maybe another space where he can be able to revive safely. And I think that there's nothing that Uchiha Sasuke can do about it. And even if he fights, but I think if he doesn't get killed in the process, I think what can happen to him is that he can get injured very badly, and he wouldn't be able to continue to fight. And I don't seem to see Isshiki or Tsutsuki being the kind that wants to kill recklessly, and because of that, he's focused on his mission and together with his vision for whatever he wants to achieve. And I think that's what he's gonna do in this case. I don't think he's gonna change much in terms of focusing on his purpose for coming to Konoha. And I think that's what he's gonna do, and send Hokage Naruto away into a dimension where time doesn't move. And while battling Uchiha Sasuke, who's going to be left in the village. And I think that's how the village is going to get damaged. Even if the villagers could get involved, I don't think there's anyone strong enough to defeat Isshiki. And because of that, I think it's going to be easy for Isshiki to retrieve Kawaki from the village. And that's what I think, and I don't think that this arc will end like the Pain arc, which we've seen in Naruto Shippuden. It's gonna be totally different. Even if Konoha is destroyed, but Isshiki is gonna be victorious in this case, and I think he's gonna be able to retrieve Kawaki. He's gonna be able to implant the Kama mark, and he's gonna be able to revive in future. And that's why we had that episode in the episode 1 where we've seen Konoha being destroyed and stuff. So I think the storyline is going to make that, and I think Isshiki is going to revive. I don't know when, but I don't think he's going to revive now in Kawaki's body, but eventually he's going to end up recovering and reviving in Kawaki.